and this is a strange poem. It's got a long sequence, but I'm only going to read um, two middle sections from a longer sequence. It's called Russian Doctor. The worst of the glare slid behind the sales lot tinsel, and she wasn't a stranger at all. No stranger, my neighbor, Elizabeth Abbott. You may know her work: Celibacy, Mistresses, something on Haiti, and most recently, Sugar. Her home, a hospice for dying dachshunds, way station for incoming rescues from Serbia. We nearly took in Dunya last month. So, animal rights activist, retired academic, vegan. But here's where the Danish gets sticky. Just last week, it dawned on me, in a dinghy afloat on Nottawasaga Bay, while rethinking the preponderance of pumpkins in The Life and Times of Michael Kay, while the sun crested the horizon over Huron and settled like a South African in Brisbane, before I'd had either coffee or chance to tally the consequences, it came to me. Coetzee, JM, him, had modeled his Elizabeth Costello on my Elizabeth Abbott. Get it? I know what you're thinking. You can stop. I looked them up. Sarajevo, 1996. A conference where they shared keynote address 3 ways with Martha Nussbaum, and must surely have had, at the very least, lunch, if not more. I know what you're thinking. He'd submitted a paper and was, shocker, turned down. Paranoia. Can We Live Among the Animals? By Radovan Karadzic. I'm guessing he misunderstood the conference focus. But this is about faces, not clowns or poets, people, their unelected assemblies of holes, lids, lashes, musculature, and skin, leading their creaturely selves through time. Coins, stamps, confetti from the wedding of heaven and hell, history and here, where the ailanthus sheds bits seasonally, a tanager tears through morning, the air is writhing, ionized, saturated, but open to a new face appearing where no face was. There were 3 compulsory hand-washing stations, poster boards with clear diagrams of correct method and duration, and just beyond that you were fitted with a protective face mask, the crisp, papery white mouth aprons that feed your own breath back into your nose. My wife had lain Chekhov face down on her chest. Her recall seemed blown back down at her from the ceiling fan. A weird tenor inhered in her speech, so I listened without looking. 2 shrinks, both in whites. I wasn't expecting scrubs or low light, but worse, they were both in those masks, and I'd begun to imagine neither one had a mouth. What they were saying was generated auto-vocally from within the ceased fan folds of a respiratory prophylactic. I was unsure now why my wife was talking like this. And the room so dimly lit, like a chapel or throat. I remember being certain I'd never again be as honest about my past as I was being then with that orchid tied over the lower half of my face. Orchids growing white through our breathing's heat. Those paper lanterns afloat on the still water of extinguished. Those half-shells we'd stuck our ox beaks deep into, scavenging. Those damp, blanched external organ walls palpating. Thank you all for listening.